What's up, cousins? Welcome back to another episode of SoulPrimos. My name is Melvin Diaz.
I'm Joel Romero.
And, dude, how was your weekend, buddy?
Dude, my weekend was actually very, very nice, man. I came from the travels.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I was in Rhode Island. I was in, I forgot where I was.
You were...
I was... Shut the fuck
Shut up.
I don't know where I was, man.
How was your weekend? Oh, I was in Rhode... I don't know where I was in the world. Joel, what the...
My life is on the road, and I don't know what state or country I am at for the time, dude.
Yes.
Everybody I go, people look at me weird, look at me strange. People are like, you're him from that show, and I'm like, whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, now that I remember, I was in... Fuck, I don't know. Okay.
Dude, well, what show do they recognize you from? Unsolved Mysteries? Have you seen this, man? It's a sketch of you.
America's Most Wanted. Just be confused. No, I was traveling the world. I was... Fuck, I don't remember where I was. Where the fuck was I? I'm trying to think. Jesus Christ, man.
Bro, it's like when someone asks you, like, so tell me about yourself, and you're just like, I'm a man.
That's why I couldn't work at those regular jobs, man. Because that first question... Because what do you say when someone is
first question? Well, what's your name? You're like,
like, fuck, I don't know. Yeah. Fuck. When people say, tell me about yourself, it's a hard question.
What do you say when people ask you that? Like at interviews with people?
No, because I remember one time somebody was like, "Who are you?" Right? So that's me.
And you were in their house in the middle of the night.
He was like, "Who are you?" And you know the Charles Manson thing when when he was like. And then she was just like, okay, interesting. And that was my Chipotle interview, man.
Oh my God. They made you manager after that.
I got the job after that shit, dude. Yeah. Now, how was your weekend?
Dude, my weekend? Okay.
I'm still trying to figure out.
Well, before I get into my weekend, I'm curious. Like, what do you say when people say, tell me about yourself? What do you say?
Oh, I would say it was, okay, the last time someone asked me that, because people don't tell me that anymore, when they ask, like, tell me about yourself for the job, I was like, I'm a strong leader, you know, I'm courageous. They're like, okay, well, have you worked with food before?
Yeah.
Have you worked with food? Have you worked with like money? I'm like, dude, I'm stupendous. I'm dependable. I have been known to, make money and just like thrive under leadership qualities, leadership positions. Yeah. And they're just like, okay. And then what's the next question? Like, what are special skills?
The second most popular question is, what do you consider your weaknesses?
And this is the best one.
Yeah.
It's like, well, my weakness, like we're around a lot of people here, a lot of managers, and I want to be honest with you and transparent. My weakness is actually my strength.
Which is what? You're like, huh? I didn't expect you to. What do you mean? I would say like my weakness is that I just care too much.
Yes.
And my weakness is that I even when I'm off the clock, I'm still focused.
Bro, that's bullshit.
And it affects my relationships.
No, but you got to mind fuck them, because that's why I'm saying like my weakness is in fact my strength.
Which is what?
And then they're like, okay, what is your strength? I'm like, well, the thing about my strength, it could also be seen as a weakness. And then,
they're just like, whoa.
They're like, whoa. And then I'm like, oh, my strength is my weakness is I don't really show up on time sometimes.
I'm late all the time.
And then that's not really a strength. It's more of a weakness. But what's your weakness on the battlefield like that?
Oh man, at in interviews and stuff like that, yeah. I say like, I care too much. I get too focused.
No, okay. So if I'd ask you, tell me your what's your strength?
Oh, my strength is that I'm outgoing and I'm ingenious. I find solutions to problems. Yeah, I'm very solution oriented.
Yeah, because in this business, in Food for Less, there's a lot of issues that come up every single day.
Absolutely,
and we need somebody in the janitorial department to really be a go-getter. Mm-hmm. To be what's it called? Just a go-getter and problem solver, pretty much is what we're looking for.
Absolutely, and I think I can bring a lot to the table.
What can you bring to the table?
Mop.
Wait, what? Melvin? Are you okay? Melvin?
You want me to clean up after your own fucking shit?
That's the job. That's what you're getting interviewed for.
You're gonna be my boss? You? Someone like you?
Yeah. This
with that skin color?
What?
I get really racist and job interviews.
What? No, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. What did you just say to me, Melvin?
Yeah, dude. I would never be caught dead working for someone like you.
What position do you want then?
What's your position?
General manager?
Yeah, well, not anymore. You're going to be the assistant to the general manager. And then I go like that to their knees. To the general manager.
But then I can't even feel them because I'm like disabled and shit.
Exactly. But then all of a sudden I touch you, you can start getting feeling
I'm like,
again.
wait,
You're like,
assistant? You assisted me. And I start running. and then like, you know how like in Forrest Gump when the coach is like, he might be the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived, but he's sharing his face. That's me. I just leave food for less. That might be the dumbest motherfucker I've ever seen, but he's sharing his face. On the way I get my rotisserie chicken, I start saying, he's stealing. Yeah, he's stealing.
And I come out of the office and I'm like, look at him go. I always knew he had that.
Where did I run to? What the fuck did I run to?
To the desert.
Yes,
Yeah, dude, that'd be fucking...
That'd be great.
Dude, I think we'd be really good employees.
Dude, you got the job, baby.
Boom.
Boom.
Thank you. When do I start?
Today. Right now.
Okay.
Effective immediately.
We won't start running.
Dude, you know, those were always the most annoying. No, you know what's annoying? The group interviews. I hated the group interviews.
That's so crazy because I was just talking to my friend of mine last week and she's just like, yeah, I have a group interview tomorrow. Yeah. And I was like, what? It was the first I ever heard of it.
Yeah, it's a very...
It's stupid.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to... Maybe there's like they don't have enough time.
Kill 5 birds, one stone. Like,
yeah, it's like everybody's trying to compete with each other, but also be super nice and like conversational with everybody else. Everybody's being fake almost.
Yeah.
And I remember one time I had one at 24 Hour Fitness at a group interview, right? Everybody was sharing like stories and shit. And I just shared a bunch of stories about like me going to Chipotle. And then me getting mad because they don't fucking give me my serving. And then you have to ask for extra meat because they don't fucking give you the right serving. They start tapping that shit. And I remember like in the middle of what I was saying all this shit, I was like, what the fuck did I even ask? Like, why am I sharing this story? And I was like, yeah, they get the fucking guac and they squeeze that shit. That's just $3. $3. Right? That's just $3.
The boss is like, okay. Dude, Cyril, what are your strengths?
I remember looking at the manager. She was like, you were just like laughing. I'm like, bro, in the middle of pretending to tap my guac, I'm like, what the fuck?
You have a whole stand-up bit.
I was like, what's the point of this fucking story, dude? Because everybody's looking at me like serious. I don't think...
Did you get the job?
No, I never got a call back, man. And then one time in Lucille's, I got an interview, and I brought a Bang energy drink, right?
Yeah.
And then we sat down. We talked about Bang energy drinks and energy drinks in general for 30 minutes, dude. And then at the end, he was like, okay, well, what does Southern hospitality mean to you? I was like, it means family. It means making people feel like they're at home. And they're like, oh, that's great. And then I thought I got it for sure because I was like, dude, we talked about Bang and Celsius and energy drinks and working out for 30 minutes, but I didn't get the fucking job, man. It's hard out here, bro.
When I graduated high school, when I was still 17 at the time, I applied to Target.
Oh, yes.
In Vons.
Yeah.
And I was like, all right, let me have a summer job before I head to college and I got no callbacks. And it like, I was just like, what the fuck? Like, and I remember thinking like, it like hurt my self-esteem because I'm like, bro, I thought like this was going to be easy. Just like, I thought they were like accepting anybody, but they didn't even call me back. Because I filled out the application, they didn't even call me.
It's fucking hurtful, huh?
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the, dude, they would kill to have a fucking motherfucker like me. You know what I mean? Putting up fucking stuff on the shelves and shit. I could reach the top shelves.
Yeah.
I even put that in the fucking application.
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm 6'5".
A little winking emoji.
It's right here. I'm 6'5".
I draw the emoji. I'm like,
I just do. You print out a picture.
A picture of me like, I'm 6'5", by the way. Dude,
these jobs. I remember I couldn't find a job. I went to go get an agency job for a week. And I go to work and everybody's like a criminal or a convict or been in jail or some shit. And I remember I think I've said this story before on the other show, but I was like, I remember I wore joggers, right?
Yeah.
I wore joggers to work, and the guy that worked there was the head of the factory, the warehouse. He was like, "Hey man, what the fuck are you wearing?" I was like, "Oh, these are pants." And he's like, oh, I've never seen pants like that, man. And I said, oh, well, they're more like joggers. Yeah, they're joggers. They're kind of like they wrap around you. And he's like, oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to call you. You're like from the future, huh? I was like, nah, like I'm like present day.
Nah, I was born in 1985.
Like I'm not from the future. I'm like right now I just need a job. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna call you Future, man. And I was like, okay. Then every time I came to work, I was like, hey, yo, what the hell's Future doing? What's Future doing, man?
Really?
And then we all talked about like we would huddle and talk about like they would say about going to jail, the gang life, and then I was just like, I'm just waiting for Chipotle to hire me.
What job was this?
It was an agency job. We would just make boxes all day.
Really?
Yeah, we would just glue boxes together for 8 hours a day.
Is that fun?
No.
Is it like chill?
Everybody just like talking shit to each other, roasting, and I was like, you guys are stupid.
Yeah.
But I was like the nice guy because I wasn't a convict or something.
I realized, bro, like nepotism is like everywhere, like at every level.
Yeah,
bro, it's at like fucking Target all the way to the like law firms.
Yeah.
Nepotism mean, for those of you who don't know, do you know what nepotism means?
Yes. When someone. You have a parent in a fucking higher position that can just fucking.
Or you have someone, yes. they keep it in their own inner circle. They give you jobs. They hook it up. Even if you're not qualified, they'll hook it up. You know what I mean?
I'm glad we didn't get that. I'm glad we're not Nepo babies. Nepo babies.
Yeah, no, I wish I was a Nepo baby, dog.
What?
Life would be so much fucking better.
No, it wouldn't, dude.
It would be so much easier.
No, but what? Why do you think you are the way you are? Is it because you've had nothing and you had to fight for everything? Why do you think you're this tall? Imagine if you're a Nepo baby, you'd be fucking 5'4", man. You would have fucking punked your bitch ass, man. All right, Future. Come back, yo. What up? But I'm serious.
But dude, yeah. I mean, it's so crazy, dude. There was I have a friend that's a cashier, right, at this like really popular market. Rhymes with Whole Foods. Yeah. But
why couldn't you just say Whole Foods?
He got the job, right? Because he was like good friends with like 3 other employees there, right? And at first he was telling me, and I was like, okay, well, it's Whole Foods, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then he said that on a daily basis, there's like 10 people that come up to him asking for application.
Yeah.
And they have to turn everyone away. So I'm just like, bro, like maybe he wouldn't be a cashier at Whole Foods if it wasn't for nepotism.
Yeah.
It's at every level, dog. It's crazy.
It's not as exciting when it comes to like like normally you think about acting, about the industry, but he's a cashier at a fucking Food for Less because his dad owns a company. I'm like, well, that's not really that fucking crazy. You know what I mean?
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
Who you know and who know. No, it's about who knows you. Let's go.
Oh shit.
Let's go, baby. You know what? Being a cashier, I don't think I've ever done it besides Chipotle, but I got fired. It's a rough job. It's a rough gig, man. It's like I feel like the hours go by long. It's like super mundane. It's super the same shit every single day. When I go to a restaurant or like a grocery store, I'm like, man, I'm glad I'll never have to fucking do something like that. But also wish they would got paid more. You know what I mean? But it's also like those are the jobs that everybody has to do at some points, or some people do like when they're older just to make money. But I still feel like you should make some good money. Like you should be able to live off fucking whatever you're, janitor, cashier, fucking restocker, warehouse guy, anything. You should be able to make good money and not have to fucking live paycheck unless you're spending crazy. But like you should make $25-$30 an hour. Everybody minimum.
Yeah,
this world is expensive as shit, man.
I remember when I was from like kindergarten to like sixth grade, basically all elementary school.
Yeah.
Every time someone asked me what I wanted to be, I would say cashier.
Oh yeah.
And they'd be like, "What? Why? Why?" But I would never say it because in my head, I'm like, bro, I want to be a cashier because that way I could just take the money.
Yeah.
I swear to God, I'm like, that way I could just take the money when we close them, and I can have so much money.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's stupid.
Yes, because they check your money.
I learned that in middle school. It's just like, I think my older sister had like a cashier job or whatever. Yeah. I was like, you can just take the money. And she's like, no, they count it every night. And if there's like 1 penny missing, I get fired.
I know. They're on your ass about that shit. But it's at a very early age, you wanted to steal.
Yeah. Money.
Yeah, but still money.
Money. Not things, money.
No, you want to make that money, man.
I wanted to make that fucking money since I was a baby.
Man. Listen, while you were out there dreaming about stealing, I was dreaming about...
Actually stealing.
I was dreaming about making the world a cleaner and better place.
Oh, how?
Because my dream when I was younger, every time... I said this before. Every time the trash can truck would come out. My mom would be like, "Ya viene la basura," and I would run out to the fucking fence and be like, "Wow!" And the guys would come out of the truck and fucking, and the claw looks so like I wanted to be clawed by that shit, dude.
The garbage truck.
It's
like a transformer.
Yeah, and at the top, and I was always just like, wow, these guys are heroes, man.
This was like high school for you? This is like college?
Well, actually, it might have been like early high school, late middle school, early high school, right?
Okay.
I was so fascinated by these people, and they come out like they're fucking, like they're fucking badass gangsters. They come out of that fucking trocazo, man. Every house, boom, 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 making the world a cleaner place. You know, I'll tell you someone I didn't want to be that I hated. I think it's a universal thing that everybody hates. The street sweeper. Oh. I fucking hate. If that's your job, with all due respect, fuck you, dude. Fuck you. Today I had to move at 6 a.m. My dad's like, "Hey, pinche cabrón, mueve carro." I'm like, oh, man. Come on, like at 1 p.m., 2 p.m. What's with this early? And I know you got to do like the whole city or whatever. Yeah. But sometimes I'm like, man, enough of this nonsense.
But you know, I don't think it's their fault. You know whose fault it really is?
Whose?
Besides the lawmakers and politicians,
yes,
the ticketers, the meter maids, the motherfuckers that give out parking tickets. Fuck you, dog.
Yes,
fuck you.
You know what? Let me tell you something. COVID-19 had a lot of bad things about it.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
One of the good things about it is the city was like, "Hey, man, we're not giving tickets for a long time,
for almost a year."
Yeah, so the street sweeper would come and they'd be like, "Hey." And then when you see them go around your car, you're just like, that's what I'm fucking talking about, man. This is my fucking city. Or you go to LA and then you can park anywhere. Even parts where you're not supposed to park.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You don't have a permit, boom, park right there. Oh shit. I'm not gonna pay for that fucking meter. I'm not gonna do anything. For a whole year. It was beautiful.
Do you know what frustrates me the most is when I get parking tickets, and I get a lot of fucking parking tickets. Yeah. When I get a parking ticket, and I come back and I see it on my fucking windshield and I look at it and it says the time that it was issued. I start backtracking and being like, what was I doing at 6:17 p.m.? And I'm like, I was at the cash register at the liquor store. And I start thinking like, while I was fucking doing that, this fucking cocksucker was fucking putting this ticket on my fucking windshield. And I just start like thinking, and I look at the name of the officer or the employee and I'm like, fucking
assholes, man. And do your parents ever like? Because I used to get a lot more than I do now, but my parents would just give me the most shit.
Oh yeah,
they're like, what's all this? I'm like, Mom, you don't get it. You know, I gotta go to LA often, and and then sometimes you don't have the time to kind of look for traffic for 30 minutes or look for parking. Yeah, but they're just always like, what the fuck is wrong? I know
they used to get so pissed off at me because like. They give you, when you get a parking ticket, I don't know if it's different in other places, but in LA, they give you 21 days to pay it. Yeah. And if you don't pay it within 2 weeks, on the third week, they send it to your house. Yeah. Yeah. As a reminder. Yeah. So I wouldn't pay. I would wait till the very last minute, but they would send it to my house. And as a young guy, your parents are like, what the fuck? And I'm just like, oh my God, another parking ticket. Yeah. And then when I see a parking ticket, they'd be like, oh, it's probably Melvin's. And I'm just like, bro, fuck, man.
And you kind of want to be like, dude, why? What is this money going to? What am I paying? What is money doing? Yeah. Why is this $70? Why is this so fucking much, dude? Yeah. I just need to park real quick to pick something up. Boom, traffic ticket. I just need to fucking go work. Boom. And maybe sometimes I just want to go out.
I get speeding tickets, man. I get that's for the safety of the larger public. Yes. And your own safety. Yes. I get that, bro. But a parking ticket, bro, eat my fucking ass. Fuck you, man.
I forget to put $2 in the meter. Oh, my bad, homie. $69 because of that nonsense.
Yeah. Sometimes it's $72.
What the fuck?
And then sometimes it's 98.
Yeah.
And like depending on the area, bro. Yeah.
Sometimes, dude, when I was younger, sometimes I would not pay for those first 2 weeks, and I would get the letter, but then my parents would just keep all the mail sometimes, and they'd be like, hey, te llegó una carta del tráfico como desde 2 semanas. And then I look at it, it's like fucking tripled by that time, dude.
Oh, yes.
It's like, Jesus
dude,
Christ,
this one time I had to pay a parking ticket that was $380.
Oh, my God.
It started off as $68. Oh. And it was $380, and I just remember being like, bro, I paid it and I didn't eat for like 2 days. Because I was just like, bro, that's literally 2 days of work, 3 days of work just down the drain because of the stupid ass motherfucking city rules.
And it fucking tests you. Like at first you don't want to pay because you're just like angry about this whole thing.
You're like, I'm going to contest this.
Yes. And then like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it's like, okay, it's doubled. I'm still like, oh gosh. And then eventually when you do pay it, now it's like, if you don't pay it, when you go to renew your registration, they fucking get at you. They're like, hey, you know you owe $400, right? And you're just like,
it's like, we can't renew it until you pay this.
Yeah,
it's just like,
okay. And then you just gotta fucking do it there, and it's a pain in the ass, right? Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Joe Biden pardon these traffic tickets, man.
Yeah, dude. Hey, I'm voting for the president that abolishes parking tickets.
Yes, because listen, we're not rich people. We're the working man.
The working class. Yeah.
Yes, man. Give us a break. And that's it. That's all I have to say. Give us a motherfucking break, dude.
We vented. We got it out of our system.
Dude, this came out of fucking nowhere.
Let me ask you this, man. This past weekend, I was hanging out with a friend that is going through a breakup.
Oh, yes.
Right? And it was tough because I know both of them and I love both of them. And it's just like, man, I'm here for you. You know what I'm saying? And I asked him, it's like, when did you think you knew that you wanted to break up? Because it was his decision. Yeah. And he was just like, I realized that I wanted to break up with her when she would come home and I'd be like, oh, she's coming home.
Yeah. Oh, shit.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I realized I wanted to break up with her when I left work or left my friends and I was heading home and I'm like, oh, she's probably at home right now.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck.
That's fucking sad as shit.
And then I saw like a tweet thread this morning. It's just like, and it was just like, hey guys, when did you know that you needed to break up with someone and that they weren't the one?
Yeah.
And I remember thinking like, holy shit, I was just going through this past weekend with a friend of mine. And have you ever had like a moment of that? Like that where you're like, damn, like just one moment it's just like that you realize that this is not the one. This is not the person that you're going to spend the rest of your life with.
I feel like mine was kind of complicated because it was very...
You were drunk?
No, it was a very toxic thing, right? It was a very toxic thing and we were on and off. But then one time... it was on and off, and then one time we broke up, right? And then we got back together, and then we broke up, and then one night she was like, I saw her, we went in the same gym. I saw her at the gym, and then she was like, we should hang out at the gym, and I was like, oh fuck, I'm nervous, right? And then I was like, okay, cool, and then we hung out. We went to fucking TGI's and we were talking all night. Like we're back together. I fucking love you. We're gonna have a family. We're gonna have kids, right? And then 2 days afterwards, like she stopped replying to me, right? She stopped texting me, and then I was like, hey, what's wrong? Like I thought we were gonna fucking go try again, yada yada. And then she was like, oh no, don't text me. Like don't text me. Like I'll talk to you when I want to talk to you, right? And then it pissed me off. So this is kind of a different thing, but it made me so angry because I've almost got over it, right? And then she came back and she just like, and then I realized, oh, you're just kind of like a bad person. Yeah. Because I knew she was toxic, and there was many times where I'm like, when she would come home, and we kind of lived together for a little bit, and then I was like, oh, I'm about to get fucking something bad's gonna happen because she's gonna yell or she's gonna fucking do this or I'm gonna find out about this shit. And then I guess when I realized that she wasn't really a good person, and it was kind of making me feel bad about myself all the time too. Yeah, and making me feel like less of a man. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, I just felt like a fucking kid. So I think that's the other ones. I knew, but it wasn't so extreme. It was just kind of like I don't really love you like that. Yeah. So that was the only time I could feel like it was kind of like along those lines.
Like with me, I have a similar experience, but like with my ex, and it wasn't an exact moment. It was a week. Yeah. Where it's like back to back to back, and I was just like, okay, this is not good, bro. With my ex, like we got into a little fight, and then we reconciled. And then I remember calling her and she wouldn't answer, and texting her, she wouldn't answer. She was like purposely ignoring me. Yeah. And back then, my little brother and sister were like super young. They were like in middle school, elementary. And I took them to go see the first Minions movie. Okay. And I couldn't enjoy the movie. All I was thinking about was this girl and how she's ignoring me. Every 2 minutes, I check my phone to the point where even my little brother and sisters that were like, 12 and 9 at the time, they were like, stop checking your phone. And I'm just like, oh, you wouldn't understand. Like, you know what I mean? And I'm trying to watch the Minions movie. And now she ruined Minions for me. That's why I don't like the Minions, dog, because it just reminds me of how shitty I felt that fucking day. It's so silly, but, and then finally at that night, she's like, hey, and I'm like, how come you didn't fucking, she was like, I just didn't feel like talking today. And I'm like, bro, you can't do that, man. Like that's it's so inconsiderate. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was just upset with you, so I was ignoring it. I'm like, bro, you can't be doing that, right? And then a couple days later passed, and I sent her a song. I was like, listen to this song. This reminds me of you and me, or something corny, cliche, cute, right? And then the next day, I was like, did you hear it? She's like, no, I didn't listen to it yet. I don't really have time to listen to music. Yeah. And I'm just like, what? You don't have time to listen to a 3-minute song that I sent you? Like, if your loved one sends you a song, or even if your homie sends you a song, you're gonna listen to it. So I was just like, right then I was just like, bro, I have no words for that, man. I don't think this is gonna work out. Yeah. So I'm just like, okay, let me just try one more time. And I had a friend who was headlining this like little park music festival, like mini park, right? And he got me and her tickets and like VIP tickets to show up. I was really excited to go, and I told her, I was like, bro, I'll pick you up. We're gonna have a great day at the park, and we're gonna see so and so perform and stuff like that. And I'm like calling her, she doesn't answer. And then and then I was like, I pull up to her house and she's not there. And I'm like, where are you? She's like, oh, last minute I had to go. I went with my friend to this thing. I don't know if I'm going to make it today. Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck? Oh my God. I'm like, dude, I'm running around like an idiot, bro. I'm being such an idiot right now. This girl is treating me like shit. This is not okay. And I told her, I was just like, I'm done. Like, that was it. I was like, bro, I'm done. This is not good. This is not healthy for me. You keep hurting me, fool. Like, you keep being mean to me and being inconsiderate. And she's like, how am I mean? I'm like, those actions are mean. That's mean shit. You know what I mean? And then finally, it was on a Sunday. So all this started on Monday, and it was on a Sunday. I fucking host this gala, and I'm like wearing a cute ass suit. It's at the Skirball Center in Brentwood. It's a luxurious event, and she won't stop texting me. She's like, I want to talk. Like, let's talk tonight. And I was like, I'm hosting a gala, bro. Like, I'm literally sipping martinis with like these millionaires, and I'm having the time of my life, but I can't enjoy it because I'm just thinking about her. So I leave early. I do my thing. I do my set and all that stuff, and I mingle, but people are asking, what are you doing after? We're going to this party at this loft or this sky. I wish I would have went, but I was like, no, I'm going to go. And my sister was there. My older sister was there. And I asked her, I was like, can you drop me off at this girl's place? And she was like, how are you going to get home after that? I was like, I'll figure it out. Because back then I wasn't doing Uber, and I fucking show up to her place in a fucking tuxedo, and I'm like, let's talk. And then we talk in front of her house for like 2 hours. And we break up, right? That's done. It's like finito, right? And then as I'm like standing there, I'm like, wow, it's really done. This fucking rat, this big ass rat runs up to her, and then she jumps, and the rat just slams right into her front door, and then just gets like knocked down a little bit, wakes up and runs away. And in that moment, I was like, oh shit, that's God in the universe telling me, get the fuck away from this girl. I took that as like a sign. And I was like, bro, no, this is it. This is the last time you're going to see me. And that's the last time I ever spoke to her.
Wow. You know, that time when you were in the theater and you said like you were like texting her, she wouldn't respond. Dude, that's probably the worst thing.
It sucks, man.
Especially like with my experience, like she would do that a lot, but I knew that she wasn't really faithful. She wasn't faithful. Like I caught her a couple times and she lied, right? So every time after that, she would do that. It's like, oh, she's cheating. She's cheating. Yeah, and I'm just like waiting for a response. I'm just like sweating, and then like I'm hanging out with homies. I'm just like, hey, bro, you good? I'm just like, yeah.
Can't focus, man.
Yeah, you're just like thinking about your phone. Like anything that happens, like you feel a you're just like fucking glued to your phone. And I'm like, where are you? Who are you? Like, are you with somebody? Yeah. And then mostly every single time it's like she was, right? But that feeling, you're just fucking. It's like painful, and then especially when you're around other people, and especially after you get out of that, and then you see someone else go through it, you're just like, damn, that was me at one point, man.
Yes.
Yeah. And then you try to be like, hey, bro, it's all good, but I think everybody just needs to go through it for them to understand and how to deal with those things. But, dude, that's why I'm grateful for my lady, my I don't want to say her name, Blackie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trembling for bringing me peace, nothing but peace. Yes, but it's a good. I think to get to this position, you got to go through some nonsense when you're younger.
Yeah.
And man, it's wild. It's wild looking back and maybe thinking about the younger version of yourself and what he was dealing with. Because my dad brings that up sometimes too. He's like, "Hey, what happened to that girl that you would scream on the phone and you guys would scream at each other, and then she would be honking in the morning like at 1 a.m." I'm like, "Oh, well." I'm like, "Well." Okay.
Your dad's like, "You still fuck."
And my mom too. She brings up like something from like 7 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Well, why don't you bring up the happy times with other people?" You know what I mean? It's always like the toxic, but that's only because they saw how I was, like always fucking like stressed the fuck out.
Yeah.
Like one time I remember we were going through each other's phones and shit, and then I just go through her laptop, and then I see her emails. And her emails are a bunch like Yahoo messengers to other people, other girls. Like, "Oh, dude, I shouldn't have done that last night." And then fucking her homie is like, "It's all good, just don't say anything, right?" And I'm like, "What?" And then see her texting DMing her ex, like having these long conversations. I'm like, "What the fuck, dude?"
Yeah.
Dude. But yeah, man, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I know. And I was there. I was the shoulder to cry on this past weekend. And it's just like you say, like you see someone go through it, and you think about your own experience, and you're like, man, this is not something that I would wish on anyone, guy or girl.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, because guys are also toxic too.
Yeah.
And it's just like, bro, both genders go through that. All genders go through that. You know what I mean? Even gender fluid people go through that shit. Gay people go through that shit. Where it's just like, it's like they go through that just heartache of like, oh man, just texting and calling someone, and they're like, there's like no way to reach them.
Yeah. And sometimes like,
you have so much to say.
Yeah. And sometimes you have two people that just bring out the worst in each other, but it's like they can't be away from each other, but also they bring out they're the worst version of themselves when they're with each other. It's it's a rough thing to even look as an outsider.
And it's so important. Your friends are important too.
Yeah.
Because like you just said that, like, your ex was like, I shouldn't have done that last night. And her homegirl was like, don't worry, just don't tell Joel.
Yeah.
It's just like, but bitch, fuck you too. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's why I was really, that was in the back of my head this weekend.
Yeah.
When he was saying bad things about his partner, I was just like, I was trying not to trash her.
Yeah.
I was just listening. Because another guy, we have friends that were like, "No, fuck that, B. Fuck that. Let's go get drunk. Let's go get, we'll get you somewhere fucking pissed and all that stuff." And it's just like, I was just listening. I was just listening, letting him get it out. And I was just like, man, it's tough. It's tough out here.
That's why it's important to have a friend that's not just so bad. That's not just readily open to bash your partner, even though they're like, "Oh, I'm like, I know you're my homie." Like, I don't want someone that's just gonna be like, "Hey, fuck that bitch." I want someone to be like, "What? Did you do something wrong?" You know what I mean? I did. I want someone to be like real with me, not just be like, "Fuck this person, fuck this bitch," or "Let's go out, let's do this, let's do that." Same side for like, because people I've dated have had that friend where even though like we would do stuff to each other, like get mad or be stupid with each other. She had homies. I'd be like, "What the fuck? Why are you doing with that shit? Fuck that. Let's go out." And then they would do some fucking wild shit, right?
Yeah.
But that's why you gotta surround yourself with friends that really want you to be happy and the best for you, and are honest with you too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just like I realized that like when I had friends throughout my life, and I've seen other people be like this too, where they talk bad about their partner. Yeah. That's why when I have friends or loved ones, or even when my siblings talk about their partner with me, and they say the bad things, I'm never like, "Oh yeah, fuck them, break up." You know what I mean? This and this and that, because 9 times out of 10 they're gonna get back together. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And now they're happily together again, but the words that I said are still gonna be out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So and then now it's like kind of uncomfortable and stuff like that. Like if you said something. Or, if we had a mutual friend, a third person, and they were telling us about their girlfriend, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, she sounds like a bitch, bro. Fuck her, dog. Yeah. I think you're better off without her." And he's like, "You're right." 2 weeks later, they're back together. Yeah, it's awkward. And he brings her around. Yeah. It's going to be awkward because most likely he told her what I said. Yeah. And now it's just like, now I'm screwed because now they're going to start distancing themselves from me because it's just like, because I said something bad about your partner. You know what I mean? That's why even when they break up, even when they've been broken up for like months, I really don't say what I really think. Yeah. Because there's a strong probability that they're going to get back together.
Yeah, that's true. That's the best way. Yeah. You know I mean, it's like sometimes it's not even, it's just rude too. You know, it's that someone loves somebody. How can you even say like, hey, she was a bitch, fuck that bitch.
Yeah, and then like, you know, it's biology. People are going to fucking only mention the bad. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? Like, they're not going to be like, oh yeah, Jeremy, he bought me flowers today and he cooked me dinner. Yeah. They're going to be like, dude, can you believe Jeremy fucking was texting another bitch? And then now the only thing you know about Jeremy is that he texted another girl. Yeah. So you don't know all the good things that Jeremy's done for that person. But what you know, 100% of your knowledge is Jeremy texted another girl.
Yeah. So when you see him, he's like the worst guy ever imaginable.
Exactly. And now the person that told you, they're in the wrong. Yeah. They're in the wrong for only sharing the bad. Never the good, you know what I mean? So, and then also your opinion is flawed now because you don't know much about Jeremy. You only know this one bad thing. Yeah. That's why it's messy. That's why I like to segregate my fucking friendships and relationships and things like that.
Yeah, I was about to say that's why sometimes maybe it's best to not share what's going on with in your relationship. Maybe just specific people when you really need some advice or like a third party to look at as an outsider. Because sometimes people be sharing like everything, and you're hearing it, and you're just like, dude, I don't want to know. I shouldn't know most of this. You know, most of it. I should not know this.
And I think people share stuff with us because they trust us, and we're warm and welcoming, which I love. But there's a lot of times people share stuff about their partner or their family members or their friends, and I'm just like, you should not be telling me this. Yeah, it sounded very private. Yeah. And now I'm upset that I know about this,
especially when it comes like to your partner. Just sharing stuff about anything like too much. You know, I think everybody knows when it's too much.
Yes.
You know, and then you start feeling very uncomfortable, and you start feeling like, dude, don't talk, like I don't chill.
Like we had a mutual friend that would share things about their partner, and I'd be like, why are you telling us this, bro? We have to see her tomorrow night. Yeah. Yeah, like that's something between you and her. Yeah. We don't even know her that well, dude. That sounded very private. Yeah, you disrespectful scum.
Especially when it comes to like sexual stuff, dude. Yeah, I'm like, dude, that's your girl, that's your wife, man.
Yeah, like it's one thing, like, bro, it's one thing if like we were single and then we'd go out and then you know we saw our homie like fucking hook up with someone in the bathroom. Yeah, the next morning we're gonna be like, dude, what happened? Yeah, give me all the deets. Yeah. But if we go out and then our homie has a longtime girlfriend and then they go into the bathroom, we're not going to be like, give me the deets. We're going to be like, oh, that's our homie and his wonderful girlfriend. Yeah. Doing a couple things. Yeah.
We're going to be, what happened there?
Yeah, dude.
That's weird.
It's boundaries, that's bro. Weird as fuck, boundaries.
Man. That's why we preach respect, man. We're all about respect, man. Yeah. We're all about respect. Yeah. I don't even know how we got here. We were talking
about the breakup.
Oh, the breakup, yes.
Like, was there one singular thing that, you knew? And what you call, I was reading these horror stories on Twitter, and it's just like, man, like people really, they went through it. Everyone that was like sharing their horrible stories, obviously I felt bad, but I'm like, I was kind of proud of them that they realized it and they took action and they broke it off, regardless of how much it hurt.
Have you broken up with someone before?
Yeah, with the story that I just said.
What about, there was one breakup I had to do that was kind of hard because, like, technically everything was good. Like, everything was like, she wasn't really crazy. She was nice, but I just knew that I didn't feel anything. Like, I got myself in this like situation for a while. I just met her, and then like in 2 months we were together, and I was like, Jesus Christ, how the fuck did this happen, right? And then I was like, I'm gonna break up with her, but like it just lasted for like 6, 7 months, 8 months, and technically we were cool. Like we're good. But I just knew, like, I don't love this girl at all like this. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even see her like even as a best friend. I don't even know why I'm with her, you know? So, but she was happy and she looked very happy. And I was like, damn, I'm really going to have to break up with her. And it's going to feel like completely out of nowhere. And I thought about it for like 2 weeks and it was stressing me the fuck out. And then I just knew, like, I'm a terrible person. And then I started doing it. And then she was like, what? I thought everything was good, like we were happy. And then I just remember like seeing her so like heartbroken and confused, and like she just it came out of left field. She had no idea what was happening, and getting like breaking up with somebody where it's like the relationship is technically like healthy or good or decent, not toxic. It's like it's so painful because you're hurting somebody. You're just hurting somebody.
You're hurting someone, but like in the long run, you're like doing them a favor.
Yeah,
because like they deserve someone that's like head over heels for them, and is like madly in love with them. Everyone deserves that.
Yeah.
So even if you're in a like good, solid, quote unquote, solid relationship, if you're not like just madly in love with them, like it should be like you deserve that, and I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah.
So. Therefore, we should, go get something better.
Yeah,
I've told this girl one time. I told this girl like it was good, like you say, like it's a good relationship, and then but it's just kind of like, it was like more like a friendship kind of.
Yeah.
Whereas like, it was cool. We were hanging out and stuff like that, and doing like a couple things, but like it was just like. I'm not madly in love with you. You know what I mean? I don't think about you when I wake up and think about you when I go to sleep. So I remember I said this line. I was like, bro, you don't want to be with me. Like, this is not, like, you deserve, like, that's it. That's it. You don't want to be with me. You want to be with someone that's going to fucking love the fuck out of you. You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, dude, those are, like, the hardest conversations to have, but you have to fucking do them.
Yeah. They're so sad because they question themselves too. They're like,
"Oh yeah, it's like, what, am I not good enough?" It's like, "No, you're great," and then that's why the cliche is like, "It's not you, it's me."
Yeah, it's like,
but then when you say it, you're like, "Oh my god, I sound like a fucking prick that just like Googled what to say."
Yeah, you sound like a fucking asshole, man. Because I said the exact same thing. It's like it's literally nothing to do with you. It's just all me. And I'm like, I just fucking said it. I just said that shit.
You're like trying to find like synonyms to use, but then it comes back.
I know,
like,
it's got nothing to do with you.
Yeah.
It's all me.
Yeah.
I just said it again.
The situation with you, it's not you. It's me. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. This No, I didn't know what to say, but
yeah.
You just gotta, it's just painful. But like I said, in the long run, they're probably grateful. I'm glad that you were honest.
Literally, I read like 50 of these stories this morning, right?
Yeah.
And the majority of them, obviously, there's the story, the paragraph, but the very last sentence was like, "But in the long run, we're both happier."
Yeah.
Or in the long run, I made the right decision. In the long run, all of them were just like, I was very proud of all these people. And I'm just like, man, that's how it is. Like, that's how it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And, yeah, dude, it's wild, man.
Because, sometimes you don't do those things, right? And next you know, you're married, you got two kids, and then you're just like...
Mortgage?
Yeah, and then you start cheating, and then you're just like, I never really loved her. And you're just like, bro, why the fuck why'd you marry her, and why have you been with her for 20 years?
Yeah.
I'm just like, oh. And then that happens a lot more, especially watching like this one guy on YouTube. I forgot his name, but he's like a counselor / fucking therapist. I don't know what he is, but he's like this white guy, and people go in and tell him like a bunch
Dr.
of shit.
Phil?
No. He's some white guy. I forgot what his name is, but like some of the stories that people come in, it's very dark, or some of it's just like about relationship stuff. And guys will go in and be like, I have a kid, I have a wife, I've been married to her for 20 years, and I don't really love her. And the guy's like, well, why have you been with her?
You hear the phrase, I mean, I love her, but I'm not in love with her.
Yeah. And then they're just like, I don't know, like, that's why it's good if you don't feel these things, break it off early, Dude, yeah. And I'm curious to know, our primos out there, if you guys went through some shit like that, I think we'd really appreciate it if you leave it in the comments, because not only might it help me and Joel, but it might help other primos out there that might be struggling and stuff like that. And that's why I feel like it's important to share these stories. That way people can see, they can see other people get through it, and they see other people be better for it, and it'll help them in their own situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because there's a lot of loveless relationships and a lot of loveless marriages out there, dog. Yes. Divorce rates are at 50%, fool. That's high as fuck, dude. So 1 in every 2 marriages end. That's scary as shit, dog. That's scary as shit, bro. That's terrifying. Yeah. I wonder what it is. Maybe the majority of them are women-led divorces. Really? Yeah. I think I think their standards are higher. Like you say, like some of these men are like, yeah, I've been with her for 20 years and I don't really love her, but I'm still with her. I don't want to get divorced. Yeah. While women are like, this is not what I deserve. I deserve more.
And then, they're I guess they're more go-getters. They're more I think they're more self-loving women. I don't know.
That's why we gotta pick it up, guys. We gotta pick up the slack, homie.
Yeah, like a man should start divorcing women first.
Before they do it. Listen, let's treat our women like queens. Let's be kind to them. Oh shit, cut to Melvin drinking alcohol. Right? Let's be kind. Let's be sweet. Let's be romantic. Let's fucking give them a kiss every night to bed. Let's tuck them in. Tell them we love them. Tell them they're beautiful. We give them flowers. Fucking this and that. We gotta be better men. We gotta be sweeter. We gotta be more kind. That's what I preach. I mean,
That's what I think. That's what the fuck.
What?
That's what I think. Make them little cupcakes in the middle of the night.
I don't know how to make cupcakes. No. But it's true, man. It is scary. Maybe guys, I don't know. Maybe guys just are down and just stick through. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I haven't been married for 20 years. So I don't fucking know. You know what I mean? But yeah, dude. That's I do have one thing to say. So we've been doing this YouTube thing for a couple months now, and then we're at like 575 or something subscribers, right? We want to do something special for our first 1,000 subscribers, man. And what that is we want to do a barbecue, carne asada, at 1,000 subscribers, okay? We can do somewhere, last time it was Griffith Park.
We'll probably still do it there.
Yeah, we'll probably still do it at Griffith Park. We'll fucking organize it. We'll do like a whole event thing. We'll have someone cook so we can all just hang out. I have the homie from Crystal Craves. He has a YouTube channel. Shout out to Cristo. He's one of the best chefs I've ever met. He's an amazing cook, and we'll have him cook us. We'll decide. Maybe we can comment down below like what you would want to eat or whatever. Maybe carne asada, something along those lines.
Yeah,
if you want to do something else, let us know. But once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we will start planning that out. I forgot to do this in the beginning, but it's okay, baby.
It's all right, baby.
Maybe if you got this far, you'll be one of the lucky ones there.
Yeah. Once we reach 1,000 subscribers, we're going to have a celebratory carne asada here in Los Angeles. Absolutely free. We'll have food. We'll have drinks. We'll have snacks. You come out, hang out with us. If you haven't met us in person yet, this would be your chance, bro. This is gonna be dope. It's gonna be just our thank you for you guys getting us this far. But we're not at 1,000 yet.
Yes,
we're halfway there.
Yes.
And but if you do your part and share us, or if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe and like and comment so we can boost the little algorithm to get us to 1,000 subscribers.
Last time we did the barbecue, you made something that I haven't drank in like 10 years.
Oh, I made my jungle juice.
Yes, man. And like when I drank it, I was like, dude, high school kickbacks, parties, house parties, it all came fucking flooding back into my mind, dude. And it reminded me of a time where I had no responsibility. Life was just about having fun and meeting new people. And that's why I implore you to please make jungle juice.
I will make it again, puppy.
So not only will we get jungle juice, we'll give a Chef Cristo Craves, and then we'll all hang out and fucking vibe out, dude.
Yeah, in a beautiful park, it'll be sunny. Hopefully, we could get to 1,000 before summer ends.
Yeah, before it gets cold.
And yeah, dude, it'll be dope. It'll be really cool. Maybe we'll film it. Maybe we'll live stream it.
Yeah. Maybe live stream. I don't know how that would do that. Maybe we can do that. Actually, yeah, it won't be
on a phone. Yeah,
yeah. Maybe we'll make some content with Bing Bam Boom.
Yeah.
Maybe we just live in the moment.
Maybe we don't film it at all and we just live in the moment.
Because I think that's what I would love to do.
I think that's what life is about.
Yes, dude. Because it was great talking to you guys last time, getting to know you guys, and seeing people there. I was like, this is real. These people listen to us. I'm stupid.
I'm an idiot.
And I told everybody that. They were like, hey, bro, where can I get the chicken? I'm stupid. And I'm an idiot. And you listen to me.
Why you like me?
Tell me why you like me. It's not for my looks, but for my brain. And they're like, no.
Then you ran to the woods at a full sprint.
Oh, man. Yeah. Hey, but guess what? I'm very excited for the future.
Yes.
And I think this is episode 20.
This is episode 20. Stay tuned for episode 25. We have something very special in store for that.
Oh, yes, we do, babies.
Yes.
And, well, Melvin.
Joel.
It was a pleasure seeing you.
Likewise.
And I love the idea of you becoming a better person.
Absolutely.
I love the idea of you, branching your horizons or expanding your horizons.
Yes.
And I love you. Yeah. No, I don't.
Okay.
Oh, your turn?
Okay. Joel, We do a podcast together.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys, for listening.
What?
Joel Brandano Romero, you have this is your equipment. This is your area. This is your space, and I appreciate you allowing me in here.
Hey, anytime, buddy.
And I love SoulPrimos.
Oh yeah. So goodbye, everybody.
Bye. What'd you think?